we should be online. I don't see anything. Alright, we're live! Yay! Hello everybody and welcome to my stream for Asagao Academy! For those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Gina, aka the Gina Chew. You can look in the chat to see all of the good information. You can follow me on Twitter at the Gina Chew, and be sure to follow me here on Twitch. But welcome everybody to Asagao Academy. It's another wonderful day. And we are going to start on, well, they stopped naming the days up to this point. We're now up to day strategy as always, apparently. Okay, so we're at a new day. The last time that we played, we finally got an opportunity to join the Normal Boots Club, which is super exciting. Basically, the deal is that they need a puzzle gamer. So we have entered in to this gaming competition, and if we win, then we will get a membership into the Normal Boots Club. So that is our new goal, is to step up our puzzle game, because that seems to be Hana's thing. So we're gonna start. Let's start with the journal entry for today. Okay. Oh, look, and we've got tournament points! This is the first time that we've gotten tournament points. I assumed that this is going to kind of be the representation of how well we're doing as far as our chances for winning the tournament. For those of you that don't know, if this is your first time tuning into the stream, I am playing this completely blind. So we may very well crash and burn. I don't know if there's actual like gameplay or mini games, or if there's just choices that I need to make. So we could very well crash and burn and get a bad end. I am going to be streaming all of the romance paths, because I do want to kind of have a complete thing here on my Twitch channel. But I'm playing this for the first time through blind, so, but this is a good start. We've got some tournament points. So now we kind of have an idea of exactly what these are for. But let's start off with reading the diary entry for today. Dear Diary, so, I'm going to get a chance to join the Normal Boots Club. Most people would dream of an opportunity like this, but I'm just scared. I tried to play Dumbadoom today and I couldn't do it. What if I mess up and we lose because of me? What if I try really, really hard and I still... Well, you know what, Hana? If you don't try, then you've already lost. So you might as well give it your best shot. Alright, so let's continue on with the story. I couldn't sleep at all that night, so when morning came, I put on my uniform and headed to class early. For once, I was eager for the mundane classroom environment. I hoped it would still my racing thoughts and help me come to terms with my amazingly good fortune. Therefore, I was sitting in my desk falling slowly asleep when a hand slammed upon its surface. Oh, and it's our favorite member of Asagao Academy, who's just such a fan of us. Alright, listen up. Ah! I scooted my chair away from my desk. Shane glared at me. If you are really competing with us in the tournament, and I still can't believe that's happening, then you had better not let us down. He pulled out the chair in front of my desk and sat down. Let's talk strategy. Oh, see now that we're running with the Normal Boots Club for this one competition, now all of a sudden he wants something to do with us. Alright, Shane, alright, I'll play ball with you. Let's do it. What? Do you think practice will pull you through the tournament? Well, I mean, I don't know about Hana. I know, obviously, you need more than just practice. You need to understand the way game works inside and out. You need to understand strategy. Despite knowing it was probably the wrong answer, I nodded. Good job, Hana. Wrong! Rather than practice, you need strategy. I could hardly believe my eyes. Shane, the normally quiet, wary, barely speaking Shane, was suddenly on fire and preparing to give me a full lecture on video game strategy. Did this mean my good fortune was over, or... Pay attention! I snapped up straight and scooted my chair to my desk. Yes, sir! Strategy isn't something you can just study, and it isn't something you only start thinking about when you're playing your game. Strategy is always. Shane is up to some serious business. Repeat after me. Strategy is always. Strategy is always? He slammed his hand on the desk again. With feeling! Oh my god. And suddenly Shane is in the running for one of the best characters in this game. Strategy is always!
Yeah.
Good. Do you know what this means? In your daily life, you can make choices willy-nilly like an absolute idiot, or you can make smart, intelligent choices. You can make choices like a winner. Sometimes these go against what we want in the moment. Someone strategizing for a diet would have to pick not to eat a second serving even if they want to, even if they're hungry. It's not always what you want, but it's what you've got to do. Understand? That's actually kind of a good way to explain game strategy to a non-gamer. I think that's a good way to kind of... I like that analogy, actually. That's good. I think? Kind of? He nodded, seemingly satisfied. The more you strategize in your daily life, the better your mind will get when trying to strategize in game. Gaming isn't just fun. Gaming is life. Well then. He leaned forward, staring me down. Strategy is always. I think we have the name for this episode, by the way, on YouTube. Shane grabbed the bottom of his chair and scooted frantically away, his mission apparently accomplished. He sat in his desk across the room, pulling out his sketchpad and drawing pencils. Then, face calm as ever before, he started to draw. Oh yeah, that's right, when we went into him and Gerard's room, I mentioned that on the right-hand side there was like an artist's desk. Obviously that was Shane's. How is that the same Shane I've seen for all these weeks? If he heard me, he didn't respond. I turned back to my desk, once again wide awake, Shane's words repeating in my head. Strategy is always. Oh hey, it's almost time for the flower festival. With everything happening so quickly, it felt almost like it snuck up on me. Do we have a new thing? Yes, we do. Okay. So we have a new diary entry, so let's go on with that. It felt like it shifted a day. It wasn't really clear, but okay. Dear diary, at least Shane wants to teach me how to do this. Strategy is always. Maybe I do have a chance? You absolutely do, Hana. With everything happening... Okay, yeah, I already read that line. Hold on. Have you decided who you're taking yet? Right. I had to go with someone to the festival, but who could I ask? The only guys I knew were the members of the Normal Boots Club. Would they want to go with me? And which one should I go with? Oh, here we go! I have a feeling it's choice time. John was kind and caring, but I was a bit worried he cared too much about Jacques and the play to notice anything else. PBG was so easygoing, but something about the way he looked at me still bothered me. Still calling that he is the childhood friend that you don't remember. I'm still calling that he's falling into that trope. Satch was mature and really smart, but he seemed hard to get close to. Or was I imagining that? Satch was so nice to us, but come to think of it, we don't really know a lot about like who he really is. Like we haven't seen a crazy amount of an idea of who he is, like deep down. You know, Hana might have a point. Then there was Shane, who, let's be honest, he hated me. There was no way he'd say yes. But then again, he had started to warm up to me. I don't think we're going to be asking Shane. Paul of Continue popped into my head too, but the last few times I hung around him, he caused major destruction. Gerard was so caring and friendly, but I wasn't sure he was interested in me in that way. There was Jared, too, but... I looked at Mai. I couldn't do that. Could I? No! We are not taking Jared away from Mai! I refuse! I'm not letting it happen until we do Jared's romance route. But until then, we are not doing it. Well, Oh! So, what I find interesting is I only have a choice of 4 of the guys that we just listed. I assume some of the other choices that I made affect that. Like, for instance, between, when Jared was having that disagreement with Paul, about which was more important, the election or his fashion show, I sided with Paul, so I assume that probably blocked me from Jared, as did me being supportive of Mai going after Jared. So I guess the choices that I've made so far have kind of led to these 4 choices, which is fine because I have been thinking about this outside of stream, and I think we're probably going to go with PBG. Which my friends are going to be upset with because I've been told several times by my friends that JonTron is the only choice. They haven't played this game. They just really want to see me try and date JonTron. But I think we're going to go with PBG. I think that's what we're going to go with. I feel like if I were in this situation, PBG would probably be the person I would be most comfortable asking. Gerard is probably the close second, but... he does seem like so friendly that I feel like he wouldn't be interested in Hana in that way. I think Hana is probably right on that intuition, although obviously Gerard is a possible romance, but we're going to go with PBG, I think. I'm going to pick PBG. I picked PBG. Mai nodded. And that is going to be hella adorable, let me tell you. I know he can be a bit silly, but PBG, when he cares about something, he truly cares. He'll be good to you. Mai, it's just one date. Yeah, that's true. It's not like she's marrying him. Sure. Well, go on. What? Go on and get your man. Wait, you mean now? Yeah. Mai hit me on the back and practically shoved me towards the door. Oh my. As I began to leave, my legs turning to jelly, small pink blobs filled my vision. What? Go! Mai was tossing the cherry blossom petals over my head. Oh my god. Go get Senpai to notice you! Mai beamed at me. No time to talk, Hana. This is going to be your big day. You're a main character. Unless you messed up really badly, you'll definitely get a good answer. That 4th wall, though. I messed up a lot, though. Just go! I don't think I've really messed up a lot. I think I made some pretty good choices. I don't know. Maybe I'm being... naive? I don't know. I don't think I've made bad choices. I think we've been doing pretty good so far. Hannah probably says that regardless of what you do. Okay. With the final shove, I was out the door. Now, where would I find him? Maybe the field? Yeah, that's kind of the obvious answer, huh? Of course, PBG was at the soccer field, practicing like a madman. I shouldn't have expected anything less. I approached him from the side, shouting to be heard over the sound of balls being kicked into the goal.
PBG.
Excuse me? PBG? PBG? Hello?
Hana.
Oh, Hana!
Yay!
Goal! Hey, I guess so. He laughed and ran to meet me on the side of the field. What's up? Well... Oh, she's just gonna go for it! Do it, Hana, do it! Well, as you know, the flower festival is tomorrow. Oh, yeah, it is! His eyes widened with the realization, and he looked at me as if seeing me for the first time. He slowly turned red. So, what brings you here with that information? um... He couldn't look me in the eyes, and my self-consciousness was mounting. Well, you know, I guess people go to the festival together, so... Oh yeah, they do, don't they? He laughed loudly. Too loudly. Yeah, so... If we could go together, that would make me really happy. Yes, Hana! Go for it! I trailed off, staring at the ground, my heart drumming like an engine. This was awful. I couldn't even look to see what kind of reaction Whoa! PBG picked me up and spun me around in circles. I grabbed onto his shoulders to keep me from being flung in his arms.
Yeah!
Of course I'll go with you! I'm so glad you asked! Oh! PBG's so cute. He's adorable. Really? Of course! There isn't anyone I'd rather spend it with. Aww, he set me down and beamed at me. Well, good? I'll say, this is great. I got asked by a girl. This is the best day of my life. Aww. Oh, jeez, I had to get out of here. My heart couldn't take it. Okay, then I'll see you tomorrow.
See you.
Yeah, see you tomorrow. And with that, I ran away. That was really cute.
I'm on the stream.
My stream has been invaded by my brother, please. He's eating ice cream out of a pint. I just asked PBG to the Flower Festival.
That's not John Tron.
No! I was just saying on the stream that everybody wants me to romance JonTron. He was one of the options I had, but I went with PBG. I felt like he was the better choice, and he was very, very happy that I asked. I don't appreciate my viewers. I don't appreciate your face. He said to follow me. Thank you. Go downstairs and watch the stream. Go support me. No, he says. That was my brother. Eating ice cream out of an entire big ice cream pint. That was great. Okay. I woke up late the next morning, the day of the flower festival. I was buzzing with anticipation, but because of that, it took me forever to wake up. Now it was almost noon, and I rubbed my eyes as I arose. Let's read our, Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's save, too. Oh, it's called Letter from Home. Well, that's interesting. But let's read our... Here we go. Dear Diary, I've got a date! Oh, my God! Aww. She's so cute. Hey there, sleepyhead. Ugh. Good morning. You slept even later than I did. That's impressive, Hana. I sat up in bed and something on the edge of my desk caught my eye.
Hey.
What's that?
I don't know.
Oh, that? A letter for you. Came in the mail this morning, so I just said it. Oh. This is going to be something bad from home, isn't it? Something happened to Dad, didn't it? Of course, we're really happy, so of course something bad's going to happen. I scrambled out of my bed into my desk chair, ripping open the letter. Whoa, jeez, calm down. It's not going anywhere. Turning away from her, I started to read. Here we go. Little Blossom, how have you been doing these past few weeks? I'm sorry I haven't found the time to write. Your pa's been working hard lately, and I seem to go right to sleep when I get home. I know things were difficult for you here, and I only hope that you're having a better time where you are now. It isn't the same without you here. I miss your cheeriness and watching TV with you, and most of all your pink hair bobbing around the kitchen. Hana, I know you feel bad about the pressure this must be putting on me, but don't. I do this because I love you. There's nothing I want more in this world than your happiness. I miss you, Hana. Be strong. Your Papa. Okay, so it wasn't like a terrible, terrible thing. I was afraid something bad happened and it was gonna... okay, so it wasn't as bad as I thought. My hands trembled. Tears filled my eyes. I hadn't written to him since arriving at Asagao. As many times a day as he crossed my mind, I'd just been busy with other things. He must be worried sick, and from the sound of things, he was also depressed. I missed my father. I missed my home. I missed helping him. If I wasn't around to cook him breakfast, he almost never ate. He kept saying it was fine, but he was getting older, without Mom there to take care of him. Hana? Are you okay? I wiped my eyes on my sleeve. Yeah. I'm fine. I miss my dad. I picked up a pencil and paper and began to write, trying hard to block out the tears. Eventually, Mine turned to her own work and let me be. Dad, I'm doing really great here. This has been the best change of my life. I have a best friend, and I might join a club. I even have a date. You sacrificed so much to bring me here. I know I hardly gave you any choice with the way things were going. I was spoiled and ungrateful, but you always did whatever was necessary for me. I miss you so much, but thank you. I know this was a huge sacrifice. Please eat well and take care of yourself. Remember, 2 glasses of water in the morning and 1 before bed. And have breakfast! Scrambled eggs are easy to make. Draw a smiley face on them in ketchup, just like I would if I was there. I'll send my love through that, so make sure you do it. I miss you. And tell Mom happy birthday. I stood in front of the dorm that night feeling awkward in my yukata. Students passed by me on either side, laughing and chattering anxiously away. A dim red glow grew on the horizon, the bonfire at the festival. The excitement thrumming through the air made me squeamish.
Hey.
Hey! I jumped.
Hey!
You're here! Oh, that's a cute... Oh, that's really cute. I like it. She looks adorable! Okay, I'm gonna save right before we do this because I don't want to botch this. PBG Festival. I am! I smiled at PBG as my tension melted away. With PBG here, everything would be okay. I wasn't sure why I felt that way, but I did. It's interesting because some of the people like Brutal Moose and stuff, they call him Ian. And, you know, the completionists, they call him Gerard, but she never really refers to PBG as Austin. That's... I don't know. Maybe PBG is just easier. Ready to go?
Yeah.
More than ready. Together we walked down the path on the way out of campus. I haven't actually been off campus since school started. Really? I've been off campus for a few soccer-related things, but otherwise I haven't either. There's not much going on around here, though. The festival's the biggest thing. As we walked, something struck me as odd. He looked different. You're not wearing your jacket! Oh, I'm glad you just realized. No? I mean, I have an extra shirt on. You look really different in normal clothes. Yeah? Well, you look really different in your yukata. Good different! You're super cute! Oh, PBG! I mean, his ears turned pink and I laughed. Thank you. As we approached the edge of the festival, an outpouring of drums, laughter, and the calls of people running stalls cascaded into the night. So, what do you want to do first? I don't really know what there is to do here. Stalls lined the side of the street. Higanbana, where Asagao was located, was a very tiny town, but everyone pitched in for the festival. Restaurant owners pitched their staples as well as experimental new foods. Cotton candy-covered chicken, fried butter, that's a thing in America, sugar-crusted yams. That sounds good. Fried butter is a little much. They do sell those sometimes at fairs and stuff in America, but that's a little much. Painters and sculptors showcased their latest works of art, ranging from vases and cups and paintings of flowers to artistic nudes, doujinshi work, and life-size replicas of the town founder. And then there was the standard festival games, picking a balloon from underwater using only a metal hook attached to a paper handle, fishing for goldfish with paper hoops, shooting bottles glued to where they stood. Festival games weren't really fair, were they? Presented with so many choices, I simply asked for what came to mind. How about Asagao's stall? Oh yeah, why don't we go see how things are over there? PBG led the way through the crowd and I tried to stay close behind. It was easy at first, but when we came to the main square, the throng of bodies grew thick. I was so damned short, I couldn't see anything beyond the bodies. PBG's brown hair disappeared in front of me and I was shoved between backs, butts, and elbows. Excuse me! Excuse me, please! A woman in a pink yukata next to me rolled her eyes and stepped to the side so I had space to breathe, but... Which way did PBG go? I couldn't see him anywhere. Okay, calm down, just... Where was the Asagao stall? It was on the east side, right? but I couldn't tell which direction was which. The stalls contained much of the same thing on either side. Which way was east? Even the sun was gone, or at least blocked out by the light from the bonfire. Okay. Hana is directionally challenged, officially. What would I do? Ow! A man elbowed me in the cheek and my eyes watered. I hated being short. Me too, Hana. I'm 4'11". I feel your pain. I needed some place to sit down and gather my thoughts, but I was so lost. Don't cry. Don't panic.
Hana!
There he is. PBG? A head was bobbing up and down a few feet in front of me. He was jumping to see over the crowds. Hey, I'm right here. I see you. I'm coming. Too relieved to care, I shoved unsuspecting people to the side as I made my way to him. Hana, what the hell? Oh, hi, Mimi. Sorry, Mimi. Not. Oh, just not. Okay. She was not sorry. Hana, PBG, I'm so glad to see you. I rushed into him, clinging to the side of his waist. I was so scared and someone hit me in the face. Aw, really? He peeled me off him and hunched over to look at my cheek. Oh, I think I can see a bruise coming along. We'll ask for ice at one of the stands, okay? Here, take my hand and don't let go. I nodded and took his hand. As we moved through the crowd, he kept his arms stiff to his side. It was like we were part of the same body. Ellipses. Happy ellipses, though, obviously. PBG was oddly reliable. He hadn't struck me as that kind of person. Not after that project we did together, or oversleeping and missing class. But when you needed him, he came for you. I guess there was a reason he was one of the founding members of Normal Boots. Oh, thank God! With a gasp of relief, we pulled out of the crowd and into one of the side roads. Asagao's stall is this way, and we can ask one of the drink vendors for some ice. I'm so glad to be out of there. Me too. I hate large crowds of people. It's just so hard to breathe. It's hard to treat people like they're people when there's so many. I nodded. Out here, there was no reason to continue holding hands. I expected PBG to let me go, but instead he pulled me along down the street. Happy ellipses. Did he realize we were still holding hands? I glanced up at him, but he was focused on searching the stalls in front of him. He's probably trying to play it off and hoping you won't let go. That is my assumption, though his ears were a little pink. Was he stressed? Wait. More importantly, I wasn't pulling away either. PBG was... Was this a date? Was this a real date? Shouldn't I know this? I was the one to ask him. Maybe I should do something to show that it's one way or the other? But what should I do? Oh no, did I want it to be a date? I mean, it's technically a date. It's a flower festival date, but is it a romantic date? Why didn't I think about this before? Excuse me, can we have some ice? She got hurt. PBG was talking to a red-headed girl at one of the stalls. Wait. Kakusu? Affirmative. Ice will be delivered. Oh, it's that girl. What was the happenstance behind this? Some guy just up and elbowed her in the face. He didn't even do anything about it. That is awful. I know, right? Who does that? How can you not feel when your elbow slams into somebody? I guess there's a lot going on, but still. You are a supportive individual. This time, PBG's face turned red. Well, anybody would do that. Kakusu, what are you doing at this stall? Hello, Hana. Don't you have a date? Oops. I glanced at PBG, who was staring at Kakusu as he tried to memorize her every movement. My family owns a restaurant out here, and I'm supporting their efforts. Ha! That makes you a supportive individual. Kakusu turned to look at him blankly, then opened her mouth. Ha! Ha! Ah! Your attempt at humor is charming. As Kakusu opened a plastic bag and started shoveling ice inside, PBG leaned down near me. This girl is really weird. I thought he was hitting on her for a second. Yeah. Did he not notice? She's always been this way. Don't worry about it. She likes you. Does she? Here is your ice, human. Whoa! Okay. I love how she just threw that out there. Thank you, human. He really didn't notice. Kakusu beamed at him. That is wonderful. We are friends now. Allow us to be friends. Yeah, sure. We're friends. Kakusu has made a friend. Kakusu is a supportive human. Kakusu has been successful today. Let's get out of here.
Bye.
Bye, Kakusu. Goodbye, friends. We pulled into the edge of an empty-looking stall where PBG held the bag of ice up to my face. The freezing cold and rigid plastic stung my skin, but he held it up to me as if handling a butterfly. I can hold it myself. It doesn't seem to be swelling too much. That's good. You don't need to worry. It's not that bad. I don't even feel it when we talk. Yeah, but we don't want it to get any worse. Quit worrying. He nodded but didn't seem to hear me. I grinned at him. Give me that. I reached up to grab the bag and grabbed his hand instead. Ah! He let go and the bag fell to the ground with a soft thud. Ellipses. More ellipses. Sorry. No, it's... God, why was it suddenly so awkward? This wasn't a... Or was it a date? Which did I want? For heaven's sake. I grabbed the bag and put it up to my face.
Yeah.
Look! They have taiyaki! Taiyaki is one of the most incredible things on the planet. If you guys do not know what taiyaki is, hopefully they'll explain it. But taiyaki is delicious. If you have not tried it, you have to. It is so good. He left for the stall without waiting for me to follow. I dashed to catch up. His legs were longer than mine, so it took me 2 steps for his every one. I was practically jogging next to him. Slow down,
What?
hamster legs. I deal with the hamster legs issue every day. What? Sorry. He eased his pace and I walked in place next to him. Oh, the awkward silence. Oh. Very well done. We reached the stall and he brought 2 of the fish-shaped pastries, handing one to me. Yes, they're so good. They're shaped like fish, but they're almost like pancakes, and they're filled with azuki, which is like a sweetened red bean paste, and it is so good. It's so good. And they serve them at festivals because they, you know, you can eat them with your hands and walk around the festival. Okay. Thanks. So, should we continue to Asagao's stall? We turned and started walking in silence again. Okay, now it was really awkward, but I didn't think it was because of me. PBG fidgeted and kept staring into space. He almost tripped over the same kid twice. Something was on his mind now. But what? Are there fireworks at this festival? What? Are you okay? PBG stopped walking and looked at me, his face contorted. What's wrong? Are you feeling alright?
Hana.
I'm fine. There's something I want to talk to you about. I swear to God, it's happening, and I called it. I glanced ahead. The Asagao stall was only 2 stalls down, where I could see Mai's red hair appear and disappear from under the covers. She could wait. Sure, what's up?
Well...
He began to walk again, and I fell into step beside him. Did I look familiar to you when we first met? I called it! I'm telling you this is what happened. I'm telling you. I called it. I called it. Did he? The first day I walked into the Asagao classroom, didn't it seem like I had seen him somewhere before? Yes, you did say that. Wait, I think you did. Really? So you'll believe me when I tell you we've met before, right? He looked familiar, but he was also a tall guy with brown hair. There were plenty of those around. I sighed. I'm sorry. I can't remember. He stared at the ground. It's okay. It was a long time ago. When you first showed up in class, you looked exactly like this girl I used to play with when I was little. I called it! I called it from the beginning! that he was the childhood friend that you forgot. I knew it. I called it. That is adorable. She would come over to my house and we'd play video games together. Then you mentioned something like that at the Stomp Mash, so I thought... I stopped walking. There was a little boy from my past, but... But? Well, ever since... the accident... Accident? Oh! Okay, so there's a reason for it. When I was 11, I bumped my head getting out of the shower. I spent 3 days in the hospital with amnesia. Okay, so this is something we haven't heard about yet. Most of my memories came back in a few weeks, but the memories of the boy I used to play with, only a few of those came back. I still can't remember his name or his face. So if I am the little girl from your past... He cleared the distance between us, taking both my hands in his own. I know you're her! You're Hana! You were my best friend when we were little! You would only use the blue controller for the yes, Nintendo. I said Nintendo before because my name is Gina, so that was my inclination, but it's Nintendo. You would only use the blue controller for the Nintendo 64 because you said it gave you powers like a Power Stranger. And you made me use the green one because you said it matched my eyes. Oh, that's so cute. That's adorable. I stared up at him for a long time, searching his face. There was something about him that was familiar, something that made me feel oddly at home. But if the memories were lost somewhere inside of me, they were too far gone for me to reach. I'm sorry. Your favorite game was Screw You, Pika-Chomp, and we would take turns making up insults and making him dance. And we'd call him Rodrigo. I assume Screw You, Pika-Chomp is Hey You, Pikachu. I'm gonna save again because I don't want to screw this up if we have like a choice of something to say. You'd cry when I hit the chickens in Kukuriko Village when we played Zelda. Okay, so this is the point where I admit that I've never played a Zelda game in my life. But I know what Kakariko Village is, so I get that reference. That's fine. I know it's you. I shook my head, the guilt knotting itself in my stomach. Slowly he let go of my hand, dropping his arms to his sides in defeat. PPG?
No.
Oh, and was I just not talking about this, that they don't call him Austin? No, I want you to call me by my real name. Your real name? But he's gonna want her to remember it. He clenched his fist. My real name is... Peanut Butter Gamer. Okay, that took a twist. I probably should have seen that coming, but I didn't. That was good. Oh my god! Oh, that must have brought her memories back. I took a step back and looked at him again. That messy mop of hair, the slightly tired puppy dog look in his eyes, the narrowness of his face, the days I spent over at his house, walking to school together in the mornings, that time I pushed him out of my tree, it all came rushing back. Oh my god, Peanut Butter Gamer! I remember now! That is hilarious. That is too funny. I'm dying. You do? Oh my god, you're so different! So are you! You were always the loud, adventurous one when we were little, so when you first showed up in class, I wasn't sure that it was you. But as you opened up, I began to see more of the Hana I remembered. I'm so sorry. I was treating you like a complete stranger this whole time. PBG waved a hand. It's no problem. Amnesia, it happens. Especially in visual novels.
No.
You were so important to me when we were little. You were my best friend. You meant so much to me. I was so sad when you left. And you never wrote me or anything. I lost your address when we moved and I didn't have your email address. I only remembered your first name, so I couldn't even look you up. It's good to see you again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. We laughed and I beamed at him. I couldn't believe it. He was so different now. He was tall and brave and athletic. but he was still the same PBG from when we were kids, always thinking of others, inconveniencing himself to make sure they were okay, even down to his crazy obsession with soccer. So, I'm the reason you like video games, huh? I flushed. Well, I might have exaggerated a little bit. Don't even! We can be friends again. We are friends again.
Yeah.
We are. We're friends again. Don't keep saying that word, Hana! You're gonna ruin it! Yeah, friends again. You have to tell me about everything that's happened after you left. Everything! I grabbed onto his arm and jumped up and down. Okay. But first, do you want some more food? I'm still kinda hungry. We never made it to the Asagao stall. We walked past it several times and Mai winked at me every time. Instead, we caught up over ramen and takoyaki, talking about his move, my mother's death, my mother's death, and what our lives were like since we last saw each other. Even as the festival ended and PBG walked me back to the dorm, there was still so much I didn't know. But I was happy. I was so happy. PBG stopped in front of the dorm, an odd look on his face. Hey, instead of heading in, do you want to come hang out? I have to go record PB and J, but maybe you'd like to sit in?
Yeah.
Like? I'd love to! This was the beginning of something beautiful. Chapter 2! Guys! We reached Chapter 2! Okay, so obviously we're on the route to PBG. Okay, we still have some more time to go, so I think we'll continue through this. But yeah! How exciting is that we shouldn't have a new... Okay, here we go. We do have a new journal entry. Dear Diary, so PBG was my long-lost friend Peanut Butter Gamer this whole time. I still can't believe they did that. That was so good. I want to cry. I'm so glad he told me, but why the heck didn't he wait until just now to do it? What a turd ball. I missed him so much after I moved homes. Oh, there's another thing that occurred to me. PBG doesn't know about Mom. Yeah, that was probably not the best part of their conversation. But I'm sure that it worked out fine. And you're on with PB and J. Thanks for calling. What do you want to talk about? Hi, when is the next episode of Minecraft Hardcore coming out? Thank you for your call. We're out of time on this segment. Oh, I'm sure that would be his actual reaction in real life. So for now, you can listen to the lovely stylings of this old man playing a ukulele. Oh my god. Phew, that was a close call. Nice one, but that doesn't sound like an old man on a ukulele. PBG checked the listing on his screen. Oops. He sighed with relief and took a quick swig of water. It's a lot tougher than it looks, sounds.
I know, right?
Isn't it? A lot of people think we just sit around talking and playing games, but you run out of a lot of stuff to talk about. No one wants to hear about your 12th time spilling ice cream on your principal. The 12th? That sounds pretty interesting, actually. You get my point. Ever since I started working here, I began to notice more things. I had to figure out something to talk about, so I eavesdropped on the people around me. I became more curious in general. It helps me with ideas for things to talk about. This guy fancies himself somewhat of an expert in human interaction. Who does?
Yeah.
Me, of course. Look at that face that Hana's making. She's like, not sure if bullshitting me or being serious. Look at her face. Oh, no, it's not that. You don't think I am? Careful, careful. The song's almost over. They replaced their headphones and cleared their throats. The tense silence that filled the room before they started recording was my favorite part. You could almost hear the anticipation, the anxiety about stuttering their first line of the introduction. The stories being run through only seconds before. Welcome back to PB&J. That was Take My Star by our resident rapper Youngtown. Gotta love that guy. Yay, Youngtown! Sweet. He is definitely not an old man. Nor does he play the ukulele, unless he does. We'll be taking the next few callers now. Hello, Junebug? You're on the air with PB&J. Oh, wow, really? Cool. So, I need some help. We'll do whatever we can to help you. What's up? Well, there's this girl. I'm out. No, wait! I've had a crush on her for ages and ages and I don't know what to do about it. How should I catch her attention?
Hey.
Are you friends with her? Well, kind of. Do you talk to her often? No, not really.
Yeah.
Just try talking to her. I'm sure she won't bite your head off or anything. I'm not so sure. What kind of girl are you even pursuing?
Well...
How do you really know that you like her if you haven't spoken much to her? She's pretty! Right. Just have a conversation with her, befriend her. Not to bribe her into dating you, but just to see if you're compatible. And then decide whether to ask her out. Jeez, this is the worst advice ever. Actually, it's coming from a female perspective that's actually pretty damn good advice. Look at Hana! She's like, what is up with that guy? What a jerk. Next caller. Hi, my name is Pickle. Okay. How do you know when you're in love? Whoa, too real. I wouldn't really know what to tell you. I've never been in love myself. Really? You haven't either? Well, his eyes slid over to me. No, not really. Oh, thank you. I felt like the only one. We're teenagers. We're too stupid to understand love. Thank you. I feel much better. Bye-bye. And you said I wasn't good at people. I stand by that statement. Next caller.
Hey.
Hello, I'm leading a secret double life as a pop star here on campus, and I can't take the secrecy anymore. I want people to know my true passion. I don't like video games. I love music and magical girls. My name is... Hello? Hello? That guy sounded really familiar. That he did, John. That he did. Where did I heard that voice before? And video games? Okay, and I just got an idea of what Jared's storyline might be about. Because I have a feeling that might have been Jared. Because of any of these people that seem to want to be like a pop star and are hiding their true identity, I feel like it would be Jared, because as great as his character is, that cockiness, that being so full of himself, that's gotta be an act. That has to be an act. So I'm gonna take a shot and say that was Jared. And when we go through Jared's romance route, we'll see if I'm right. I gotta remember to check on that, because I'm calling it now. Let the record show. The show continued on for an hour, alternating between music questions and stories. So I threw up. Beautiful. That's the best job interview story I've ever heard. Maybe for you. Anyways, that's all the time we have here, folks. Thanks for tuning in for your spot of nightly neighborhood nutrition. This has been PB&J. Thanks for listening. They held their poses both beaming open-mouthed and then dropped it all once they switched it off the air. Yep, like, alright, we're done. Phew, good show today. I'll say, maybe next time we should eat some snacks and just narrate it. Oh, people would love that. As they packed up their things, a thought occurred to me. Do people ever think you do this radio show with Jeff? If you guys haven't seen episodes of PB and Jeff, it's actually a really good show. I enjoy I haven't seen a lot of episodes, but I enjoy the ones I've seen. All the time. Literally every day. But obviously if I did a show with Jeff, we'd call it PB and Jiff. Duh. Oh, they went full meta with the jokes, man. I love it. Alright, we are starting on a new day. Okay. So we don't have a new diary entry, but we did start on a new day, so I think this is probably a good place to actually stop for the day. Because as I said, I'm trying to keep the times on these streams on the smaller side. But yeah, this is really exciting. We had a really awesome time. We went on our first date, and I was correct about my theory about PBG, and we've started chapter 2, I guess, of the PBG route, which is awesome. So we've chosen the person that we're going after, clearly, and I'm really excited to get started next time. I should be streaming again tomorrow, so you guys should tune in. In the chat, I will put all of my information there. You can follow me on Twitter at @theginachu, or follow me on Twitch or YouTube to be kept up on when my next streams are. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I am the Ginachu, and I hope everybody has a great night. I'll see you guys next time.